Get my Nico on the car. Once all the way. Okay, sorry.
R.I.P. Takeoff. Wow.
Aww.
A real one. Wow.
Okay.
A moment for Take. But yeah, so
Hey, Laborhood gang. We are so grateful for all of you to tune in and make this podcast so special.
that's right. We truly appreciate your support, and we wanted to let you know about a way you can take that support to the next level.
Absolutely. You can now become a supporter of the Laborhood Podcast by pledging a monthly reoccurring amount. You can help us continue our mission to advocate for and support birthing persons and their families.
It's super easy to do. Just visit our website at www.thelaborhoodpod.com or check the description of this episode for the link.
Your contributions help cover the cost of producing this podcast, reaching more people, and making a positive impact in maternal health care.
So, if you're a person in a position to become a supporter, we would greatly appreciate it. Every little bit goes a long way.
And remember, you're not just supporting the podcast and us, you're helping us create a safer and better birth experience for many people.
Thank you for considering it, and thank you for being a part of the Laborhood family.
Now let's dive into today's episode.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome
Hi.
back. Welcome to the Laborhood. Yeah, it's getting better and better with each season. So we are back.
Oh my gosh.
Season
I can't
3.
believe it. I cannot believe it.
Season 3.
Hey,
I didn't think we would make it this far.
Actually, me neither. To be quite honest.
Honestly, about once a week, I'm just like,
I don't
we've
know
done
if I
enough.
wanna- Yeah. Maybe they don't need any more information.
Listen, it's enough out there. Just DM us because I can't share the thing. I can't do it anymore. But how have y'all been doing? How long? When was our season?
Right before
finale?
Christmas. Right before
Okay,
Christmas.
so by the time we see this, will be what, 4
I've-
4 months, 4 or
Something
5 months out,
like
something
that.
like that,
Something
something
like
like that. What y'all been doing? Y'all had some babies?
Yes.
Actually, by then, some of y'all would have. Some of y'all would have.
Some of y'all had some babies.
We love that. We love that. You
We
keep
just
us
saw
in
all the
business.
pregnancy announcements, so congratulations.
We
to
saw
you.
all of them. I feel like there were a lot.
There were a lot.
There were a lot.
There
I
were
was
a
like,
lot.
ooh, a little pressure. a little pressure.
No rush.
But yeah, we went live a little while ago, kind of checked in with the people, see what y'all were doing. But yeah, here we are, season 3, gearing back up. Got some new things to talk about, new guests,
Love it.
new location. Y'all like
Love
the
it.
studio? It's really nice in
It
here,
is
right?
nice in
It's so
here.
nice.
Ooh, this is nice.
You got money.
Shout out to Quinta Brunson. I love her so much. You got money. You get money.
He got money.
Money. Get them all of it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I love her. Love her so much. I'm trying to think. So, of course, we are your hosts of the Laborhood Podcast. My name is Bria. I am your nationally certified inpatient obstetrics registered nurse.
I'm Shay. I am your board certified nurse midwife.
Boom.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
And here we are.
And
here
we are the host of the
the
Laborhood.
Laborhood Podcast. Here we are. So season 3, I feel like the first 2 seasons we tapped into like how we get here, what we do at the hospital,
Who
what
you
you're
might see.
who you might see, even just like maybe it ain't time for you to go to the hospital just yet, you know.
Yep.
And we kind of have worked our way here to season 3. We had the baby last season.
Yep. Now what?
Now now what we supposed to do with it besides feed it?
Yeah. You want me to go home with this?
Fresh? Like I just had this thing 24 hours ago and I have no instruction.
There is no book. I mean,
but-
there are plenty of books, but there is no.
Every baby
there's
is
no
so
instruction
different.
manual.
It's like here's an outline of what might happen.
Mhm.
Go with that and
Yes.
just let us know if you deviate from the script. So that's kind of where we are now, is to kind of help you navigate what these first little bit,
couple of days.
leading into like that 6-week postpartum visit. What that will look like with this new baby.
This new bundle of joy.
A little bundle of joy.
So keep in mind that every pregnancy, every birth, every experience is unique to that individual and their child.
Yes.
And their support people.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. Like I said, we're going to give y'all an outline. Again, let us know if you did.
Yeah. And I think that's so important because, like, when you hear patients, they come in and they're like, oh, well, with my mama, this happened, or with my cousin,
friend.
this happened. And it's like, that's, genetics do play a part. I won't deny that. But you're not your mama, and you're not your cousin. You're not your sister. You're not any of those people. You are you. And it might be a little different. It might be a little different. And sometimes it is hard to kind of wrap your head around that little part, even with especially family members in the room. Because it's like, oh, well, when I had my baby, we did this.
They ain't do that when I had mine.
Well, honey, that was 1993. So,
I mean, medicine has evolved just a smidgen.
Yeah. A lot
technology has evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
People are a lot sicker these days, too. Please keep that in mind. Like, pregnancy and birth is beautiful, but a lot of people now have, like, high blood pressure or diabetes,
and I've seen that
seizure disorders.
Yes, and I've seen that number go up just in the years that I've been doing labor and delivery.
Yes.
So like, what, this August will make 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
When we first started, MAG was like she's on MAG. now 50% of the patients are on MAG. Everybody's on MAG.
And like, of course, I work for a high risk practice, so we deal with a lot of this all the time, but it's funny when we get in huddle and we're like, oh, the patient is 7, she is normal.
She's not on nothing.
She
came in labor.
She's a unicorn.
Patient.
Like, yeah, the unicorn is now the normal.
The unicorn. Like the uncomplicated is the unicorn.
Yes.
The uncomplicated is the unicorn. And I think that's just, as a society, we are just sicker.
Yes.
People are sicker. Women are waiting later to have children, which unfortunately, your risks kind of go up, and so yeah, I think that's just a lot goes into that.
Anywho,
this episode we're talking about the first 48.
First 48. Get my Nico on the call. Once all the way. Okay, sorry.
R.I.P. Takeoff. Wow.
Aww.
A real one. Wow.
Okay.
A moment for take. But yeah, so first 48, truly what these first 48 hours. Now, your stay might be, a little less, give or take a few.
If you are the unicorn.
12, 24 hours.
I was going to say, if you're the unicorn and you have a hospital delivery, you may be in there 24 hours.
Listen.
They kick you out the door.
I don't care if it's 10 p.m. Hand me my discharge papers. I'm going home. I'm going home. Load up the baby, cut the hooks, tag off. We're going to the house.
Yes.
So now, as you know, I am a labor and delivery nurse. So those first couple, I might float the mother baby, do my little stint, my little hours, and I go on back to where I'm supposed to be. But I don't know a ton about what those hours look like, especially because I've never had a baby. I don't know what it looks like. So Shay and I reached out to our good girlfriend. Shay's really good girlfriend. In my head, good girlfriend. Miss Jael Eaves, who is a postpartum nurse. Was she's in a different role now, but she still has the knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to you, girl. And JL works at a very high volume hospital, and so she know the ins and outs of the mother baby, the mother baby. So we reached out to her to kind of help you guys give some tips and tricks and advice on how to navigate that first 48 hours with your brand new baby. So Shay and I are going to kind of go through those tips, give our opinion, not really, because that's all I got, my opinion. I can let you know like what I know and what I've learned and what I've experienced, not nearly as much, but some things that I've seen.
Yeah.
Some things that I've seen.
And I'm the same. Let me just put that out there. I was a labor and delivery nurse, and then I became a midwife. And a midwife a midwife that is out of hospital has a little bit more hands-on postpartum things than an in-hospital midwife, and I am a in-hospital midwife. So I come see you. I come and check on you daily, make sure your bleeding and stuff like that is okay, but that about it. I come and sign your discharge paperwork. So we needed a little extra help.
Yeah. And shout out to Jael, because girl.
Hey there, wonderful listeners. It's Bria here, one of your hosts for the Laborhood Podcast, and we've got some incredible news to share with you today. The Laborhood is now proudly a Kindred Bravely ambassador. But what's Kindred Bravely, you ask? Well, let me tell you about this amazing company that's all about supporting moms just like you. Kindred Bravely is a brand built on love that's poured into every single piece of clothing they create. Their meticulously designed clothes are here to make your journey through motherhood a little easier, from the bump to breastfeeding and beyond. Because let's face it, mama, you deserve to look and feel great all the time. Kindred Bravely understands that, and they're here for you every step of the way. Now, here's the exciting part. We have a special offer just for you, our incredible community. When you shop with Kindred Bravely using our unique code, you'll get an amazing 15% off your purchase. That's right, 15% off. So how do you claim this offer? It's simple. Just visit and use our code LaborhoodP15 and shop till you drop. At checkout, be sure to use the unique code LaborhoodP15 to unlock those savings.
Here. So, tip number 1, this is per Jael. Tip number 1 is sleep when the baby sleeps. I hear that even when you go home. They're like, oh, the baby's taking a nap. Girl, go lay down. Them dishes ain't going nowhere.
No. And matter of fact, you should have your village there washing your dishes. So
Absolutely.
It should not matter. Yes, sleep when the baby sleeps.
And so, she talked about cluster feeding occurs during this time where baby might be feeding every 2 to 3 hours. So when little stink lays down after you get their belly nice and full, guess what?
Yeah,
go to
you sleep too, and that is like really big for in the hospital. It is definitely hard because you have people coming in and out. You got pediatrician and lactation and the nurse, the tech and all that things. But you can ask for like, hey, I'm about to sleep. Can we get a do not disturb sign on the door
at 11 p.m.? You better. I hope
you
get
your
vitals in your weight.
Get your vitals in your weight.
Please, unless you see me come out of the room, assume we're asleep. Assume we are asleep once we hit that 10-11 mark. And you, like Shay said, you can say, hey, gonna try to get some rest. Anything that needs to be done, can we do it like pre-11? Not gonna lie, nurses are actually so down with that. They're just be like, girl, hold on. You want your Colace? I can give it all right now.
You can get an hour before and an hour after.
I will give it right now, and you don't have to see me till 6 a.m. Yeah. So sleep when the baby sleeps. Of course, within that first like 24, they'll get like their hearing screen. What's the heart? It's the heart. What's the heart one?
I know that they check it.
Congenital heart. Where they like checking for you. See?
You see?
We don't know. We be having to ask our friends.
We're going to have to ask her about it because child. They do like the bilirubin tests for like jaundice. They do, there's not a vision screen, but there's like a hearing screen, a car seat challenge if the baby is small.
Yeah, if you have a little tiny baby.
Yeah, and then the one that they do for the state where they like
what's that?
check
PKU?
Yeah. I think. Okay,
yes.
Where they check like baby's blood, they put it on 3 stickers, they send it off to the state. That kind of thing. But it tests for like bleeding disorders, genetic components in blood, certain like endocrine and metabolic disorders that the newborns may have. Congenital heart defects.
Yeah. So again, I think that's what, and we'll get into like some of those other tips, is where you kind of have to get it in where you can fit it in. Like, babe, again, nurse just left, baby's fed, baby's changed. All right, you swaddled up. I'm gonna be swaddled up. Like I'm about to close my eye. You know me. I will lay like casket. You know. It's a thing. It's just
It
a
is a
thing.
thing.
It's a thing. You
It's
just
creepy when you see it.
But I sleep so good. I sleep
It's
so
so
good.
creepy when you see it.
It's so peaceful. I just literally just lay on my back. just
Because
like
you this close to the edge and you don't even know.
I sleep so good like that. So yes, get that nap in where you can. Sleep when your little nuke is sleeping too. So tip number 2, movement.
Get up.
Movement is
Get up,
your
get up,
best
get up.
friend. So if you had like a C-section or an
Or
epidural,
vaginal delivery.
or an epidural with your vaginal delivery, that first get up, you want to do that with your nurse.
Yeah, don't be in a rush. Okay, wait, let me say that. Don't be in a rush to get up if you had an epidural.
Yeah.
Because your legs still may be numb.
Mhm.
They may not be numb. You think that you got feeling, but
They're not weight bearing.
They're yeah.
You will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Be knees buckling.
Yeah. So that first get up, after your nurse has seen you get up, walk to the bathroom, and she has cleared you for movement.
Get up. Get up. Take a walk.
Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
Girl, get up.
No, but seriously, put that baby in a bassinet and y'all just walk the halls.
Especially like, especially that morning, because that's when you kind of want to start getting that routine. And it's like, okay, we're up. I freshened up, comb my hair, put my braids up, wash my face, brush my teeth. Let's get up and move. Put the baby in the bassinet and let's take a little stroll through the hallway.
Yep.
Because that movement is gonna help again. Because I feel like with the epidural, it's not an all at once kind of thing. So even some places you might be like, well, I feel like the side of my leg kind of numb. Like, it's kind of weird. Anyway, but you want to get moving. Get those muscles moving. Get those muscles awake. Not just those muscles. You want to get your intestines awake as well.
Yes.
Remember we talked about taking your cold lace, not being constipated. We talked about that last season.
Bree is definitely afraid of constipation, postpartum constipation.
Petrified.
So Bria will be Yeti in one hand, baby in the other, cold lace,
Stanley Cup, bassinet. We're in the hallway. Okay. So yes. Move. Get out the way.
I'm weak. Oh, that is not what I thought you. I thought you were doing ludicrous.
No. So yes, whether you had a vaginal or a C-section, you want to keep it moving because it improves gut motility. And of course, the uterus is a muscle.
Absolutely.
And it is sore. Whether it was, you pushed it or it was cut,
it's gonna be sore.
It's gonna be sore because you worked it.
You stretched it to like grow this 7-8 pound baby, like
or two babies,
or 3, or however many you had. Like it's a muscle and it is gonna be sore. You know how like when you go to the gym and that first day after your extreme workout,
that first roll out the bed. Yeah. You don't even bend. You kind of just roll.
And then when like your feet hit the floor, everything hurts.
Yeah.
That's essentially how it's gonna be.
That soreness gets worked out when you go back again.
Yes, because you got up and moved. So it's very, very similar. Get those muscles awake. Get those muscles moving.
And so also what I think people, when you talk about like movement, and that uterus as a muscle, they're like, afterwards they're like, wow, it's still like feels like I'm still contracting.
Because
you are.
Remember how we talked about like oxytocin as like a natural hormone that your body produces,
especially if you're breastfeeding,
because of the skin to skin contact. Your body recognizes that, I need to feed this child. This is a good thing. This is a good endorphin. It's going to start releasing your own oxytocin. And it's going to make your uterus contract. And now this is what I've heard. I don't know for sure.
Is it the more babies you've had, the worse they are? Yes. I have heard that too. I'm trying to think who told me that. Amber Knox. You remember Amber Knox?
Yes.
I
love Amber.
I think Amber has 3 kids, and she talked about that third one. She was like, no, it felt like I was in labor again.
But you got to think about it. Like, okay, third baby, I've stretched this
that
muscle
uterus
3
is working
times.
hard.
It has to work double time to like get back down to size like it's supposed to.
Like,
so, it makes
my third time doing this. I'm a little tired now. Yeah. So I remember her talking about how like those contractions with that third baby, she was like,
"It's rough."
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why you have Tylenol and ibuprofen and movement.
That's one of our other tips. We're gonna get to her too. Okay. So movement. Move. The next one, I know this is very hard for some people. Very, very hard.
It ain't gonna be hard for me.
No, me either. Limit your visitors. Okay. Because
Say it a little louder for the people.
limit your visitors. Everyone should not be visiting you in the hospital. Okay. Those first 48 hours, I feel like should be intimate.
Yes.
They
I was
should be
thinking like it's kind of
intimate.
like sacred.
Yes, like it's just me, whoever is with me, my husband, my baby daddy, your partner, your wife, your whoever who is with you, your mama, whoever, best
Your
friend, my bestie is with me. Whoever is with you, supporting you, that is an intimate time for everybody to get to know one another.
Especially knowing this baby.
Getting to know the baby is getting to know you
Yep.
from the outside. All it knows is the inside.
Yeah.
They're just like, girl, I knew you from the inside, but outside is a little different.
You a little weird. And
Yeah.
this is a little fuzzy.
It's a little. My vision ain't all the way clear yet. I can't see you. So it's I'm learning.
The air is different out here.
I gotta work on my own. I gotta feed myself, bro. This is no.
This is.
Yeah.
I wish I never did this.
Right. Y'all could have just left me inside, honestly. So yes, limit your visitors. So take the time to rest because, unfortunately, it sounds like in a perfect world, they're just gonna come. They're just gonna sit with us. No, they're not. They're gonna talk. They're gonna pass the baby around. The baby gonna start crying. They're gonna ask you a question. You're not gonna get any rest when your visitors are there.
Especially if you're breastfeeding and you don't feel comfortable just popping your
titty out. Yeah.
And the baby is crying, but the visitors ain't getting the hint for them to leave. Like, just, how you can decrease all of that? Say, we'll see y'all when we get home.
Yeah. And nothing is wrong with that. And if those people can't respect that boundary, then maybe we should talk about that later.
Maybe we should get into some.
But yes, you really need to take that time to rest. Lay down. Take the
Go
time to
lay down.
Yes. Take the time to rest. I think that's.
I mean, even if we want to be completely honest, give it a week. We're gonna do a sip and see at the house for me and my baby.
I don't know about a week because I'm gonna need my mama to come to do laundry.
No, but your mother is different. But are you gonna have your mother, your aunt, us, all your friends, everybody? No, you're not gonna want that.
I would have y'all.
Well, we're a little bit different.
Okay.
But I say you're not gonna have, you'll probably have us, but you're not gonna have Kiara, Kelsey. Well, yes, you will have.
I was
them.
about to say, yes, I would.
Yes, you would.
Come visit me. I'm so lonely. It's just me and the baby.
You're not gonna have
Come
your
see
work
us.
friends and stuff come.
No. I
That's
wouldn't
what
have
I-
work people. I wouldn't have work people.
And
Well.
obviously, we also know, so we're gonna come and we're gonna do your dishes. We're gonna do your laundry.
Yeah, but y'all bring me some wings or something.
I was about to say, we'll bring you food. We
Yes.
probably batch cook for you.
Y'all
Honestly,
Y'all definitely would.
But so if you're gonna have those visitors, have those visitors. But I'm saying you don't need your third cousin's auntie
Mm-mm.
removed. She just there to see the baby. You ain't spoke to her in 3 months.
Whoa.
No,
You ain't seen her since the baby shower.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
That's
Especially during flu and RSV season.
if you have your baby in the winter, limit your visitors.
What starts flu season? October? October to what?
Like February, March.
Yeah. To it's technically March right now, but yeah. October to March.
Limit your visitors. It's not that hard. Say, hey, we got a newborn here. We don't really want to get getting sick right now.
No, please. It's hard enough
Yeah.
keeping it alive when it's well. It's sick? Oh, please. Please. It's so hard. So yes. Limit your visitors.
Yep. Limit your visitors.
It's in the hospital, you can honestly blame it on me. Blame it on the nurse. Be like, girl, that's crazy. They said we can't have no visitors. I think it's an outbreak. Just be like, make up something. Be like, I don't know. It's hospital rule. It's new.
A lot of the hospital rules are limiting visitors. Since COVID, people just haven't let the restrictions back up because they've noticed that there is a decrease and a decline in the amount of people who are sick in the
People come in
hospital
hacking and coughing.
when you limit the visitors.
And you would think, like, some people just want to be there so bad. Like, you can hear them coming down the hallway, like, wah, wah, wah. And I'll just be like, whew, let me put my mask on.
I was gonna say,
please don't go in the room with my patient.
Do you
or her
still
baby.
get, like, when I'm out in public and I hear somebody hacking,
I will.
my anxiety gets so bad.
I just
and
start,
I'm
like, waving, like, I don't know what kind of particle you just put in the air. Please, get away from
I
me.
will hold my breath because I'm afraid to
Or
inhale
just,
the
like,
drug,
blow it, like,
the germs.
Yeah, blow the germs away.
I'm like,
Bleh.
I don't like that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, limit your visitors.
Limit your visitors.
And don't be afraid to tell people to wash their hands.
yeah.
I'm just going to be real stingy with my baby. Can you hold her? She sleep.
You should really limit your visitors. Meanwhile, I'm going to be like, here, take her, please.
Until we get to the house.
Take her. Oh, okay. Well,
And then, Brie, what a baby girl. I don't know. Somebody came and got her like 20 minutes ago, and I ain't seen her since.
you better know who came and got her.
Kelsey came and got her. I don't know where that baby is. I went and took a shower. She's somewhere around
She's
here.
safe. It's
Yeah,
okay.
she's somewhere around here.
She'll come back.
Yeah, right, right.
When it's time to eat, she'll come back.
She gonna start hollering. She'll come back. I always say she like I'm gonna know I have a girl. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Manifestation is fine. So with limiting your visitors, our next like little tip is talking about your pericare. And that first like shower, which I'm talk about being in a rush to get to.
But most people are. As soon as they pop that baby out, they looking
When
at
I take
you.
a shower,
When
girl,
can
you
I
can't
take
even
a
bend your
shower?
knees. What you want to do? Roll you in there?
We don't have a shower chair.
I can't get you in there right now. I can't get you in there right now. But that pericare, is super, super important, especially if you had like a laceration, if you had a C-section in that incision. You know, we're starting to take the big bandage off, and you kind of see those steri strips and all those things. Really good pericare. One thing, a question that I get is like, how long am I gonna bleed? Or if that, especially, sorry guys, we have to do those little massages. When they feel like the blood come out and they're like, what's that? And I was like, poor baby ain't bled in 40 weeks. So this is just, what is that? You kind of got to let them know what's normal and what's not normal and what to expect.
Okay. Number one, whether you have a vaginal delivery or a cesarean delivery, expect bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
People think, oh, I had, you cleaned it out when you was in there. When I had a C-section, they cleaned it all out. No, we got your placenta and your baby out, but your uterus is still going to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
You can bleed up to 8 weeks, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And different things may lessen your bleeding or increase your bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've been chilling for 2 weeks and you're like, oh, my bleeding stopped, and you make a Target run and then you go to wherever else and then you be like, my bleeding's back. Yeah. You increased your activity, girl. Put a pad back on.
Yeah, you should not be taking that pad off at 2 weeks. Girl, put something on. You also
should probably not be having sex at 2 weeks. Just because your bleeding stopped doesn't mean.
Boss it when I tell her bring it. Boss it when I tell her bring it.
You gotta give
your
your
the
body
green light to start doing stuff.
You gotta give your body time to recuperate, rejuvenate, regenerate.
Please don't touch me for 10 weeks, honestly. Just don't touch me, please.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Still learning this body.
This is a new territory.
For all of us.
For all of us.
Thanks.
Hey there, Laborhood gang. It's Shay, one of your co-hosts from the Laborhood Podcast. We absolutely love our community, and this season we're excited to drop some amazing new pieces for the Laborhood shop. We've got everything from cozy t-shirts, handy tote bags, to stylish dad hats, and even bucket hats. Plus, check out our Tumblr stickers and buttons to show off your Laborhood pride. And you cannot forget about a listener favorite. It's our free, that's right, I said free, birth preferences checklist, a special digital download to help you get organized for delivery. We're also rolling out a special line just for birth workers, our way of celebrating those who make a difference every day. Now, merchandise will be dropping throughout the season, so if you see something you love but it's not on the website yet, don't worry, it's on the way, we promise. The best way to stay updated, you ask?
join our email list for the latest drops and exclusive access, of course. Our Season 3 collection starts dropping on June 11th, so head over to our shop at thelaborhoodpod.com, grab your favorite items, and wear your Laborhood pride loud and proud. Thanks for being an amazing part of the Laborhood community. Now let's get back to the show.
So typically, there are multiple stages of your bleeding. So you will have bright red, heavy like a period bleeding for about 3 to 5 days. That's called your rubra. We expect to see that. So you should probably be bleeding like a period by the time you go home. And it may be like that for a week or two. Around the 22-day mark postpartum, it should start to get lighter. It'd be pink or brown. Brown is indicative of old blood. So don't be freaked out if you see brown. And then around the 30-day mark, what we call your serosa is like whitish yellowy, and you may have that for a week or two. Remember how we
hit
talked
about the 6-week mark?
Yeah. So remember when we talked about like, oh, your placenta makes a scab on the inside. You also secrete that scab, and so you may have been in that serosa stage where it's like little white or pink, and now, oh my gosh, I got all this bright red bleeding again. That's your placental eschar. It's essentially the
I haven't
scab.
said that word in so long.
Because we don't, it's postpartum. They tell them this. We don't tell them that.
Yeah, I haven't said that word in so long. And as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. So you may have an uptake in like bright red bleeding for a couple of days, and then it'll go back away. And I say all that to say, your expectation, your bleeding should get lighter, and the color of it should get lighter as time progresses.
Yeah.
If you went from like no bleeding at all, you're not having to wear a pad or a panty liner, to heavy bright red bleeding passing clots, not okay.
Call
Not
us.
okay. Call us. Give me a call.
Yeah.
Like something ain't right.
My girl, I ain't bled in a week, and now
It's heavy. Remember that you might have just like a little bit of bleeding like a period. But if it's heavier than a period, like you back at your postpartum bleeding, I want to know about it.
Ring, ring, ring. Hey.
Ring, ring, ring. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love that song. Yeah, call somebody with the bleeding. Because I know somebody personally who ended up having like a postpartum hemorrhage, but like they had went home and were like kicking about, doing just fine for like some weeks, and then it was like,
excuse me. Yes, it happened.
I probably
This is not normal.
This is not normal. And ended up having to go back to the hospital for like a postpartum hemorrhage, but like postpartum. Not hospital postpartum, but like at the house postpartum.
Technically, you can have a postpartum hemorrhage anytime in that first 6 to 8 weeks. It's uncommon, but you can.
But you can.
And it's still considered a postpartum hemorrhage.
Yeah.
That's why when you go for your 6 weeks, we always like, so how's your bleeding? What does it look like?
Yeah.
Have you resumed sexual intercourse? Because that will also tell me like what your bleeding looks like.
Yeah. Because like, girl, whoa. So of course with bleeding, you also want to, if you had a laceration that involved some suturing or had some stitches down there, pay attention to that as well. If you're having a different kind of discharge, the discharge is changing colors where it's like yellow,
green is not
green, those types of things. The smell is not just like that blood, like that metallic-y smell. Is more like a this just is kind of funky.
If it makes you turn your nose up, like
if it makes
foul,
if it makes you do that,
like something might have crawled up in there and died, kind of a scent.
Okay, please. Wow.
Maybe you should seek medical attention.
Yeah, call and just be like, hey, something. Because I've seen those before. And even with the C-section, you was just like, this drainage is not just a little clear drain. Like, this is a different color. Doesn't smell very nice. Come back in or go to, call your OB if they can't get you in. Sometimes they'll say, go to your triage area. We'll kind of let them know you're coming. Just go get it looked at. Because we have to send patients home with like some discharge instructions on how to pack it for, a week or two. Just that one little area didn't close up like we wanted it to. So And again, I think that's where that first little bit is just paying attention to your body. Because if you're so busy doing all these things, you might not notice that,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute, baby, we're on week 3 and this bleeding don't look quite, it's like, well, let me, you kind of, again, I think we talk about like just like finding that new normal and learning your body again.
Yep.
Learning your body again.
Learning your new body and all the things that it can do.
Mm-hmm. Learning your new body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We talked about that.
Oh, and if your pain went from, I take my Tylenol, my ibuprofen, I'm fine, to like now that is no longer covering it and I need something heavier.
Mm-hmm.
Also a sign that you probably should seek some medical attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Because now you have left your baseline and it's like, you like doubled over.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Or you're running a fever. A fever of 100.4 or higher. And it's not going down with Tylenol.
Because it could be this. It could be your boobs. You could have a little mastitis.
Yep.
I've seen that too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pay attention to your body. Listen to her. Learn her.
And if your body is telling you, you know what, I need to lay down and take a nap. Listen.
Yeah. Girl, them clothes ain't going nowhere.
Listen. Just listen to your body.
I don't have no newborn and them clothes ain't going nowhere. You should see my guest room right now. It's terrible. Anyway. Girl,
I'm one of those people
rest.
that will leave it in the dryer until it's time to wash again.
Whoa. I am more of a, it
My
might be,
husband's gonna kill me for saying
it might
that.
be like 4 or 5 loads on the guest bed.
Okay, no, I'm not that bad. Like I said, I'll just leave it in the dryer. Like my very last load, I will just leave it in the dryer.
Oh no, I'll
until
empty out the
next
dryer.
time. Oh, no,
I'll empty out the dryer. Now,
we just keep ours in different locations.
Is it gonna get folded? I will say maybe last night I folded like 4 loads of laundry.
See, that would give me anxiety because I hate folding clothes.
Oh, I absolutely hate folding clothes.
No.
But see, then I just start closing the door, so I just don't have to see it. I just be like, I really should fold them clothes. I really should fold those clothes.
Oh gosh,
It'd be wrinkled too, and I know they're gonna be wrinkled, and it's like I still do. I need to get so much better at that. Today is my reset. I'm gonna go home and like reset and be like, okay, no more. Put this stuff away. Fold it and put it up. Because I couldn't figure out why I couldn't find any socks. It's like, where are my workout socks? Where are my gym socks, babe? It's because you washed them 3 days ago and they're on the bed. You just gotta go.
3 days ain't bad. I'm thinking you thinking like saying like a week or 2.
Just that particular load was 3 days ago. If I'm looking for a particular sports bra, it's probably because I washed it last week and it's in there just under something. So now I'm just like,
no.
And then I just like, whoop, there it is. And I just pull it out, just close the door.
I cannot do this.
Sorry, it's so terrible. It's so terrible.
Okay.
Okay, so
off on a tangent.
Hey there, Laborhood listeners. It's Bria, one of your co-hosts from the Laborhood Podcast. We're thrilled to introduce our new partner this season, Mom Cozy. Mom Cozy is all about empowering moms with comfort and quality. Since 2017, they've been creating high-quality maternity and nursing products designed for moms in mind. From their innovative breast pump bras to a full range of cozy maternity items, they're dedicated to making motherhood a bit easier and more comfortable. And guess what? We've got a special offer just for you. Use code THELABORHOOD for 10% off purchase or click the link in today's episode description. That's right, 10% off on products that make you feel understood and supported when you use code THELABORHOOD at momcozy.com. So head over to momcozy.com/thelaborhood to get your discount today. Thanks for being part of the Laborhood community. And now, let's get back to the show.
next tip. Now, this kind of goes back to when you're in the hospital, but use your resources. Your nurses, your lactation consultants, your OBGYN, they're literally some people, they're in-house.
I'm
like
in-house.
next door seeing another patient. And if not, the nurses have a direct line to get to them.
Yep.
So if something doesn't feel right, you need more pain medicine. It's like, oh, my baby was latching really good last time. This time we can't quite get it. Guess what? Let your nurse know. She can have lactation in there quick.
Yep.
Quick. Especially if, it's not that busy part of a day. Or, and now I don't want you to have this high expectation
that people are going to come at your beck and
they're
call.
coming in 5 minutes because you have a question, the lady next door has a question, and then girl 2 doors down also has a question. So she's coming. She is coming.
You just give her the chance to get there.
Give her the chance to get there, and but they are there. They're literally. But again, it's like they're on the unit.
Yeah.
They can't always. Your OB can't come to your house. So use them while they're there.
And I'm glad you said that because on L&D, I only have 1 patient or 2 patients. So the expectation has been set that as soon as you call, I'm coming. And you have to think if you have a hospital birth, there may be 7 of y'all to that 1 nurse. And you got to think now too, there's also 7 babies to that,
and
or maybe or more.
And of these 7, somebody might be really sick. There might be a medical emergency going on in a room. So give your nurses a little bit of grace.
Yes.
I had to explain that to a patient that I had not too long ago that I was laboring. And earlier in the day, her strip didn't look very good. And so the nurse was like,
in and out
every 5 minutes. But the strip looks fine when I was there. And so I wasn't in as often because I didn't need to be. And I believe she may have been like Spanish speaking. And so the husband was translating, talking to the translator. And they were saying how we saw the nurse a whole lot earlier, but she hasn't been in here a whole lot.
That would hurt my heart.
It didn't. At first I was like, I've been in here, I'm checking on y'all. But then I had to remember, I was like, well, right now the baby looks good. So I don't have to be in here as often as the nurse did earlier because she was doing a lot of flipping and, trying to get this baby to look better. And when I explained to them like they're not in as dire need of me to be in here as much as the daytime nurse was. And so when I explained that, he was like, okay, like I get it
That's
now.
fine.
So, and like you said, that acuity changes once you get on mother baby. It's kind of like, okay, well, the baby's here. We're not monitoring the heart rate.
Right.
We're not monitoring you and your vitals as often. So I think, it's realizing that it's you and your baby, but it's also might be 5, 6 other mamas and babies.
And essentially, that nurse doesn't have just the 2 patients or the 4 patients.
She has 14.
She has 12 to 14 patients.
And don't let somebody have multiples.
She might have 12 to 16 patients.
Yeah.
So give your postpartum nurses grace, as well as any of your postpartum resources. The pediatrician got to see all 16 of these babies up here.
Pediatrician might be seeing everybody on the floor.
And the people that's in the NICU. As well as your lactation consultant may have to see all 16 of these babies. Speech therapists or like just allow the people who are caring for you to get to you.
Yes.
Appropriate.
Now if it's something that's, you call like, girl, I'm really hurting. I might need a little extra pain medicine. If 30, 45 minutes goes by, don't feel like you're being a bother because like I said, that nurse is human. She might have got called at the same time you called. 4 of her other patients might have called and needed something. And she just got caught up in doing all those things. Don't be afraid to just kind of hit your call and be like, hey, is the nurse still coming with that pain medicine? Because honestly, you might have just jarred her memory. She probably went and pulled it and put it in her pocket and was like,
had it.
She had it. She pulled it and just literally got caught up. She went in one room and thought it was just going to be one thing, but turns out, it was 3 things that she needed to do in that room. So,
Oh, speaking of that, consolidate your care.
That's a good thing.
If you know that the baby needs a bottle and you need more diapers and you also want pain medicine and you would like a popsicle, tell your nurse all at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't have her like, oh, here's your popsicle. And then, oh, by the way, can we also get... No.
Yeah.
Consolidate your care because it's going to make your care better, but it's also going to
decrease the likelihood that she's going to forget something and like have to like go back, especially the beginning of that shift.
Yes.
Oh, I got to do 14 assessments. Okay. So when she comes in to see you, it's kind of like, do you want something for pain? Do you want this? Do you want that? You know, all those things. Like you said, I think it will make a much better, and she can leave you alone.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to keep calling her. And once she gives you all these things at the beginning of the shift, it's like, perfect. We set for
the next 4 hours.
Yeah,
6
we're
hours.
set. We're set. Matter of fact, here go your peas and poop. You can chart that whenever you want, babe. Like, we're good.
And I will come, like, all right, I'm going to come in 6 hours and I'm going to see how much this baby peed and pooped in the next 6 hours or 4 hours or what have you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I really do love a postpartum nurse because
they're amazing.
They're amazing.
They literally make the world go round and people just don't know it because they're not recognized.
It's a different skill set. That's what I want to point. It's a different skill set than what we do over on labor. Because you want me to chart what? It's a lot of charting. It's a lot of keeping
education. It is a lot of education.
Imagine 4 of your couplets going home.
And I'm telling them,
and they're all G1s. Oh God.
Y'all, power to y'all.
Shout out to postpartum.
Shout out to y'all who love your job.
Shout out to postpartum.
Because that would...
I gotta everybody's. And imagine if they were all boys. So now they all got circ. Oh, no. I don't know.
Takes a special nurse.
It takes a special person. So yes, use your resources. Use your resources. Next tip. This is a good one because this is gonna help with a lot of the other ones that we talked about. Is staying on top of your meds.
I don't care if you feel like you don't need it.
Take it.
Take it.
It's not gonna hurt.
It's not.
That extra Colace, not gonna hurt.
Like, oh, I don't want to do the Tylenol and the ibuprofen together. They work differently on different parts of your pain. Take them both.
That's a good combo.
That's
such a good combo. That's why it's there.
Yes.
Take them together.
They are prescribed to be taken together.
Because they work beautifully together. And if you need something else, ask. I think Dr. Butler mentioned that in her episode last season. We were talking about C-sections. Don't be afraid to ask for, like, ooh, I got up and moved. The ibuprofen Tylenol is a little...
It's not really cutting it.
It's not quite cutting it. And I feel like if I can get ahead of it, I'll be okay. Ask for that little 5 of Oxy.
Mm-hmm.
That's... That on top of some... Baby, you're going to be good to go. Good to go.
And remember, narcotics increase constipation.
Take your Colace.
So take your Colace and your Senokide.
Take it.
And if they prescribed you the gas tablet, take that too.
Take that too. It's not gonna hurt.
It's not gonna hurt.
I know a lot of people are like, I just don't like taking medicine. It's not really.
I get it.
I get it. But you really want to set yourself up for success for the next couple days, you know, because once you get that pain regimen down, that helps with the movement. That helps with getting up and going to the bathroom. Yes. You know, all those things.
Helps breastfeeding.
Yes. Because imagine you hurting and you trying to sit up, girl, please. All you want to do is like lay still because you're hurting. You want to lay still, but like.
And now your baby's crying because it's hungry and it hurts to move.
And now you crying because you're hurting and hungry.
Just stay on top of it.
It really is a good formula to help things try to get back to what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get, you know me, I'm always take your Colace.
Just take it.
Will I have Miralax in my Stanley? Yes, because again, dreadfully afraid to be constipated.
You're gonna be having diarrhea.
You go to the bathroom? Yep, sure did. Yep. Deathly afraid. I'm so afraid. Of all the things that I could be afraid of postpartum,
that's it.
Top 2. Top 2. Oh my gosh. I just could not imagine. I couldn't imagine. I can't poop. I know how it feels now. A fresh babe?
Just stay on top of.
Take your Colace.
Stay on top of it.
Take your Colace, girls. Okay. Okay. Yes. Eat good.
Yes.
Eat good. That's our next tip. By the way. Eat good. Drink. Drink your water.
I know y'all don't like to drink water, and I know apple juice and cranberry juice taste a whole lot better. Drink your water, especially if you're going to be breastfeeding. And eat good. Eat good carbs.
Don't be afraid of carbs, okay? You just worked really hard to get a baby earth side. Girl, eat the whole Chipotle bowl. Eat the whole thing.
Because if you're going to be breastfeeding, you need to be able to eat and drink the things that are going to boost your milk supply.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not sitting in a corner crying somewhere.
My nipples are cracked and bleeding and the baby's still hungry.
Yes.
Baby ain't nothing in there.
Because you're not feeding yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can feed the baby.
You got to feed yourself.
Got to feed
yourself. Eat good, carby things. Eat your veggies. Eat.
Because they're going to help with constipation.
It all leads back to constipation. I'm just saying. It all leads back.
Eat your green leafies.
It all leads back to
They're high
pooping.
in like iron and riboflavin and all of
that
things.
iron did a little kapew after you had that baby. Build it back up.
Yes.
Eat good.
Well. Eat good. Oh,
Eat
I just
good.
don't have an appetite. That baby does.
It's starving, actually. You've hit the second day, and now we're cluster feeding. Oh,
Yes.
The baby is so hungry. Because now that I didn't know until, obviously, I started, doing these things. That first day, baby is like, sleep.
They've
Baby,
had a hard life. They just came through a hole that was like this big. They worked really hard to get out of there.
That baby wakes up day 2 with an appetite like you've never seen.
But you know why? The
There's-
stomach doubles in size after like 24 to 48 hours.
Listen.
They go from having a marble for a tummy,
Just like a what?
a ping pong ball,
That baby is hungry.
from this to this.
So now it takes a little more to get it full. That's where that cluster feeding is like, girl, that little snack earlier,
It ain't
not gonna cut it.
It ain't doing it.
Not gonna cut it. Get up. Get up. I'm hungry. Get up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And
Feed
then
yourself.
too, we can talk about this a lot more on our breastfeeding episode, but breastfeeding is frustrating,
Mhm.
especially in that first 24 to 48 hours, because you're making colostrum and it's essentially honey in your breast.
thick.
It is thick, it is sticky, and that baby is working hard and getting tired because it is thick and sticky.
Trying to get it out.
Trying to get it out.
Yeah.
So,
And doesn't your body burn like a whole bunch of calories when you're
Yes.
breastfeeding? Like a
Yes.
bunch.
yes.
A bunch of calories. So it's like working out.
Yeah, I think you need to, if I remember correctly,
It's like an
from
extra
midwifery
few
school,
hundred.
I was about to say it's almost like 230 calories you need to add on to your normal whatever 1,500 calorie count.
Honestly, I thought it was more than that.
It might be, but I feel like the starting point is at least 230.
You gotta tell me one time.
230 of healthy calories, not a pack of Debbie cakes.
Ooh, I hate Debbie cakes. I was thinking more like chicken wings, but whatever.
Okay, well that's your protein.
Y'all know me. I love some wings.
Hey there, Laborhood gang. It's Shay, one of your co-hosts of the Laborhood Podcast. We're so excited to share one of our partners with you, Hello Bello. Hello Bello is a game changer for your baby and parenting needs. Co-founded by Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, Hello Bello believes there's no such thing as other people's children, and we love just that philosophy. Hello Bello offers premium baby care, personal care, and household products at affordable prices because they believe that every child deserves the best. Here's something special just for you, our amazing listeners. You can get an exclusive $15 off your purchase using the code THEL or by using our referral link in this episode's description. It's a win-win. You get to enjoy Hello Bello's premium products at an even better price, and by using our code THEL, you're supporting the Laborhood Podcast. So just head on over to hellobello.com and start shopping and saving. Now let's get back to today's episode.
But yes, and like you said, drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water is so important because we've taken your Colace, your Senecot.
Water helps with gut motility.
Yeah.
It also keeps your bladder, like if you drink a lot, you pee a lot, which keeps your bladder empty, which decreases your bleeding and your pain. It all comes back to water and constipation.
Listen, it all comes back to constipation. Kid you not. It all comes back to constipation. It all comes back. And so funny. I know we're not talking about breastfeeding right now, but I remember when we talked about breastfeeding being hard, I think it was Keke Palmer. She was talking about how breastfeeding is looked at as this natural thing, but it's not as natural as you may think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it doesn't just it's like, oh, we're just automatically gonna know what to do. No,
you don't.
no.
And
You have
reading
never
it-
done this before, and your baby has never done this before.
It is a learning process for the both of
For
you.
both of you.
And I tell mamas that immediate, like once the baby comes out, and be like, "Oh, are you breast or bottle feeding? Oh, I'm gonna breastfeed." Let me tell you now, it is a learning process for the both of you.
Yes.
And so give it time.
Mm-hmm. I have had to explain. Breastfeeding makes me sweat. But I'm like helping them on breastfeed, and the baby's kind of like, the tongue is in the way, the hands are in the way. The baby's just
They're
really trying to figure it out.
What is it? Fine motor skills are not there.
Them baby just all over anywhere but the nipple where it's supposed to be going.
And be like, it's right here.
Yeah.
It's right here.
And the mom was like, why is she not getting it? I'm like, whoa. I said,
You can't ask this baby to run a
learn
marathon.
you wanted to do something right the first time? That's not how this works. It's learning. You're learning. But that's why I'm here. That's why lactation is here. We're going to figure it out. We just got to figure out what your baby likes.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's why you got to limit your visitors and learn your baby in that intimate time. Because now you're going to figure out, my baby don't like cross cradle. My baby only likes football. Don't know why. That's what she likes. But guess
I feel
what?
like football is easier for some women too.
If you have bigger boobs.
I was going to say, if you're a little well endowed.
If you got bigger boobs, I'm going to put that baby in immediately, honestly.
Every single
I'm going to put
time?
it right there. Because you can see, you have more, I feel like you have more control of the head.
Also, when your baby does learn those fine motor skills and can move its head out of the way when it feel like it's being drowned or suffocated.
That letdown come down, it's just like, shit. Wait. Yeah.
But it frees up your other hand so that you can eat or drink or not
Hold a
fold the
wing.
clothes or hold a wing or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how all of these tips tie in together.
Guess what it all leads back to? Constipation.
Yes, but
Drinking your water and
staying
so you
hydrated.
won't get constipated.
Yes.
Yeah.
But limiting your visitors helps with
Mhm.
breastfeeding and helps you stay on top of your meds because you're remembering like this, that, and the third.
Oh,
and-
do you remember we were talking about again, going back to eating, but also constipation? I was talking about how deathly afraid I was. We had posted something about that on our TikTok or Instagram or something. And one of these wonderful mamas commented, and she said how she started with smaller meals. After giving birth, she started with those smaller meals and kind of worked her way up to that big meal. And she realized she didn't have didn't have constipation.
I love it.
I said, makes sense. So maybe your first meal, maybe like some broccoli cheddar soup. Let's just start.
Small, frequent meals.
Get those calories up. But maybe let's not.
Broccoli cheddar soup sounds amazing.
That sounds so
right now.
good.
My stomach is touching my back.
But yeah, so maybe try that. Will I have the willpower to do that? I don't know. Because me personally,
The cookout tray is probably going to be my go.
10-piece hot lemon pepper with fries.
If it's not after
All
7
flats.
o'clock.
If it's after 7, we got to go to cookout. Or Waffle House. Whatever.
Ooh.
That's on my
Anyway.
Anywho, tangent. But yeah, so many tips, so many things to consider. But I think all of that kind of ties into using those first 48 hours because that's a lot to take in the first. And sometimes it's just 24 hours. That's a lot to take in
Before you go home.
and you want to decrease the excess, visitors, the excess people. You really want to use that time to get to know your body, get to know your baby, so that you set yourself up for even more success once you get home. Because now, once you get home, it's like, okay, I know if I take my Tylenol, ibuprofen now, it'll be good by the time this happens. I can get up, I can move, I can shower, I can do this. I know the baby likes this because, so it really just sets yourself up for success once you get home. Because once you get home, there is no more nurse that's bringing you pain medicine. There is no more, dietary that's bringing your meals to your door. There is no more lactation that's right there down the hall that you can call. So again, I think realizing all of these pieces when they work together for the good of those that. Oh, shout out. Okay. Anyway, when they work together. Okay, sorry. I play so much.
Oh gosh. Okay.
But when they work together, they really do, set you up for really good things to come. So yes, that was good. Shout out to you, Jael, because you hit the nail on the head with these. And we have them here, so we will even make a little something to put on our website. So you guys can kind of go back and be like, you know what? She told me, let me just review this real quick before I go. So we'll put these up on the site for you guys to see. Speaking of the site, visit us at www.thelaborhood.com.
Laborhood Pod.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No, that's on our social media. It's thelaborhood.com.
Are you sure? I feel like that URL was taken. And so it's the Laborhood Pod.
We're going to put it up for you guys. Let me just look.
Whatever it says right here on
Get
the
my
screen,
phone. I'm not at work.
that's
Hold on.
where you go.
Let me look.
Check us out. www.thelaborhoodpod.com. You can check out all of our social media.
Yeah.
At the Laborhood Pod.
Now that I did remember.
The only thing that is different is our email. So if you want to email us something,
That's probably what that's it.
that is
Because I put that somewhere.
@gmail.com.
That's where I got that from. I'm sorry, y'all. I knew it was the laborhoodpod.com. I did. You can find our merch. You can find our Jael's tips. That's what I'm gonna call this. Other links that we have too.
Absolutely.
To articles that we use
Have
as our
used.
resources, because we do evidence based around here. So articles that we've used. You can even find the links to the episodes if you're not sure where to find us. YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all those things. The links for those can be found there as well. Yeah.
As always, guys, I am your favorite board-certified nurse midwife, Shay.
And I am your favorite inpatient obstetrics certified registered nurse.
Yeah. look, I'm over here like, get it out.
I'm Bria, and thank you guys for joining us right here in the Laborhood. You are free to go, friend.
Bye.